Good morning, Poke fans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and this is going to be our official video for our Season 10 Rank Ladder Climb. Wow, using a team that we built from scratch. Now, if you haven't seen Season 10 Breakdown, go ahead and watch that because it kind of goes over a lot of what I'm going to be using today. And in this video, we're going to highlight the teams that are finished. So, we've got Grimmsnarl, Torkoal, Tornadus, Serena, Fluttermane, and Chien-Pao. The basic strategy here is to use Ruination. We're going to be swapping out Pokemon that are currently on the page right here. This is currently my Season 10 roster. All of them except for these four right here are completely trained VGC ready Pokemon that we can use interchangeably depending on our situation. Obviously, we can only bring in 6, but with this giving us options of almost 20 Pokemon, we get access to a lot of different options that we could use interchangeably with the team right up front. And the basic strategy is still being hyper offensive. We are not going to rely completely on Tailwind. However, we do have it in the team in case if we do come across someone that has Tailwind and will use it against us. And we're going to be focusing on No Priority with Queenly Majesty, Trick Room setters for Torkoal. He's going to be able to come in and just wreck everyone's face, not only with Helping Hand, but with Eruption, Flamethrower, and Protect. We've got Grimmsnarl that can set up screens, does Play Rough, and even Fake Out for others that will maybe set up any type of attack or anything like that. Obviously, Chien-Pao with Ruination to drop any Pokemon that's in front of us by 50%. And the hyper offensive Pokemon, which is Serena and Fluttermane, they both have choice items to make them the strongest, if not the fastest Pokemon. We just need Chien-Pao to attack first, and then Serena's going to come up after that to be able to attack anyone that's in front of her. We have U-Turn, Low Sweep, Play Rough, and Drop Kick for Serena with the Choice Scarf, and which should add her speed to about 150, maybe 160. It's not going to be the fastest Pokemon, but it will outspeed genuinely other Pokemon. We have Tornadus that can also join the attack force. He still has Taunt and it carries Air Slash. We got rid of Rain Dance to put in Protect so that 3 out of the 6 Pokemon, so half our team, knows Protect and can wait out turns if we need to. With Fluttermane, we had Dazzling Gleam with the modest nature, 252 investment in both special attack and speed. I would put in a little bit more HP into HP or EVs into HP, but with this particular build, if I take away her speed, I would have to invest heavily into a Tailwind variant, and I don't know if that's going to work. So we switched the nature from timid to modest so that if for whatever reason Torkoal gets on the field and does Sun, Fluttermane will get an instant boost, and with choice specs on there, it's like an 80% boost instead of just a 50% from the choice specs and then a 30% from photosynthesis. And again, this is going to be all well and good, but the whole counterpoint to the team right now is relying on Chien-Pao's Ruination. We will be using Mousehold onto the team too. He does not have the movesets that I want him to, and I'm still doing research on Farigiraf to see what I want. But the the ability is Armor Tail, so we're good there. Let's see. I think that's all that I really have for now. I won't dive too much into the EVs right now. It's the first week of the team that's going to be like working, well, at least this is the first video, and the next week is going to be like the first week of the team being used. So because of that, I'm going to be less likely to change the EVs right now. I will be taking notes to see who knocks out who, and then see if I can calc the reasons why they got knocked out, and we will learn very slowly going forward. So here's our Season 10 team. And without further ado, let's get started. All right. First match, we've got Azumarill, Armarouge, Indeedee, Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, and Tornadus. All right, so we do have some probable causes with Armarouge. So we're going to want to bring in Pokemon that's going to be super effective. Fluttermane would be really beneficial here. We could start off with trying to use the opener, which is the Fluttermane Chien-Pao, and then maybe bring in like the Grimmsnarl in the back. We could also start by doing the opposite, so we can do Grimmsnarl Torkoal and not worry about Serena. I don't see priority besides Azumarill, So we don't have to worry about that. I mean, there's tornadoes with this prankster, but it's not going to be beneficial enough. Let's give it a shot by going... They're not going to use Trick Room. They wouldn't benefit them to use it. Chien Pao, Fluttermane, Grimmsnarl, Torkoal. We'll go that 4. We'll be able to set the rain, not rain, but the sun, which is going to give Fluttermane a huge boost. But in the first turn, the main focus of what I would like to achieve is the opener, which is Chien Pao, Fluttermane. I want to see if Ruination's going to do the thing. It's going to be Azumarill and Chi-Yu versus Fluttermane, and beats a Ruin, lowers down special defense to all Pokemon, and I lower defense to everyone. This is going to be very, very interesting. So I'm going to Ruination the Chi-Yu, because it's automatically going to be more than half. And I'm going to set up with Terra Fairy, Dazzle Gleam on that side of the field. Let's see what happens. I think Chi-Yu is not as fast as Fluttermane. I'll double check. It may have Scarf. It's 100, so it's going to be slower by far, but if it's Scarfed, we're looking at a huge advancement. So 167 with benefit. Dark Pulse. So that is Scarf. Ruination. It's going to go right into the Chi-Yu. Dazzling Gleam right after that. This is a Terra Power, Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam, and it will knock out the Chi-Yu, even though that it is not as effective. Well, maybe not. Brick Break. We'll take out the Chien Pao. So now in this case, we'll bring out Torkoal. Yes. They'll bring out Indity. So the Ruination was able to get one Pokemon down, but I was really hoping to do a little bit more than what was predicted, but that's okay. They're going to up the special defenses, do the Psychic Seed. Photosynthesis activates. But Fluttermane is still pretty healthy. We can go with the Helping Hand, or I can go with the Eruption. I think the Helping Hand might be better, because Fluttermane's going to attack first. And that's going to be, 80% plus another 1.5. Indity is going to protect. Dazzling Gleam's not going to hurt the Indity. Yeah, that's definitely going to be knocking out Azumarill. I mean, I did like 55, maybe 60% on that move alone. So it's definitely going to be harder to bring out Armorage now. Helping Hand to Fluttermane, and I'm just going to go straight into the Dazzling Gleam. I'm assuming Trick Room's going to get activated, in which if it does, Indeed is going to be looking at Torkoal right after that. Here comes Dazzling Gleam. Will almost one-hit KO both. Expanding Force. Will hit both, will not knock out either one. Here comes Trick Room. So that's going to reset it. I'm going to Flamethrower the Indity. And I'm going to swap out Fluttermane to bring out Grimmsnarl. Expanding Force could come out again, which is going to do a little bit of damage, but right now Torkoal is the slowest thing on the field, so with Grimmsnarl out, I'm not going to really be feeling any type of burn. Armorage gets the Terra. Turns into Grass. I'm not sure why they would do that. I know that it's flash fire, so there's no reason for me to do that. Protect on the entity. Flamethrower. Expanding Force does not hurt the Grimmsnarl. It's gonna knock out the Torkoal, unfortunately. Here comes Splatter. Photosynthesis activates again. They have 3 more turns of Trick Room. I don't think it's really going to matter, so I'm going to hit Thunderbolt. Well, you know what? We'll hit Dazzling Gleam. I don't see a reason why not. And I'm going to hit Play Rough on the Armourouge. Follow Me goes on the entity. Play Rough. Foresaw that happening. Expanding Force is not going to do anything to the Grimmsnarl. It will knock out the Fluttermane though. And I think this game's mine. If they are spec'd, they're not going to be able to do anything. And I'm slower than Armourouge. So Play Rough into that slot. Now I didn't fake out because Psychic Surge on the field prevents me from doing so. So there we go. So Chi-Yu outsped Chien-Pao. So we won that match. Yay. 1 KO Chi-Yu. Okay, next up we've got Murkrow, Roaring Moon, Screamtail, Grimmsnarl, Azumarill, and Gothitelle. Okay, Gothitelle is going to have Fake Out, so will Grimmsnarl. We do have 2 Pokemon specifically that is going to have Trick Room. Not Trick Room, excuse me, Tailwind. The Murkrow especially. It also can do Quash. So I think the best course of action that I have here is to... Fake Out does go before Prankster. So I think Grimmsnarl, Fluttermane will have Torkoal in the back. And for the priority, yeah, I mean, they will have priority. So should I bring in Serena instead? I mean, Serena would be really, really good. It would be beneficial to bring in Serena. Question is, what else do I bring in after that? Probably will need to bring in Tornadus because the fact that they get Tailwind off, I'm going to be left in the dust speed wise. So I'm kind of forced into that. Yeah, we'll try these 4. We'll try these 4. All right. I can't read any of those, but it's going to be Screamtail and Grimmsnarl. Photosynthesis activates due to the booster energy. Special defenses are activated. All right. So let's go ahead and get started off with physical moves, special moves. I think let's go ahead and get started off with physical. And Screamtail's not a ghost. Yeah, you know what? Let's fake out the Screamtail first because I can't be taunted. And I'm just gonna go Dazzling Gleam, Terra Fairy right off the bat. So I'm gonna force them to kind of go. Oh, I mean, they could fake out my own Grimmsnarl, but I've got 20 invested in speed, so it goes up like 3 or 4 points. I might be able to outspeed it. I'm not sure. It looks like we'll both Terra. I go Fairy. They go Screamtail, and it will also change. Oh, it's going to go Steel. Interesting. So it's not going to do as much damage, but that's okay. Fake Out on their Screamtail. Not very effective. They're going to use Parting Shot, which is going to lower my Fluttermane's attack by 1 stage. And they get swapped out. Do I have it? Oh, I do have, oh, Gothitelle comes out, so now I can't swap. Okay, interesting. So Gothitelle is about 40%. I would say 40-ish. So 46% Goth. Okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do Reflect. And I have to go in with Dazzling Gleam because I'm locked into that slot in Gothitelle. We'll do a Fake Out on the Fluttermane, which is totally fine. I'm gonna Reflect. Fluttermane Flinch couldn't move. Perish Song. Oh, Perish Songers. Okay, let's go. Okay. And Gothitelle holds the leftovers. But now Fake Out's gone, so I don't have to worry about that. And now I have Reflect up. So now I can go in with the Play Rough on the Gothitelle. And I'm going to go straight for the Dazzling Gleam again. Gothitelle's going to protect. It's a good call. You can definitely tell that this is like more of a stall team. So I'm going to put that in. Stall team. Perish Song. Disable. We'll take off Fluttermane's move. So now they're going to struggle, which is terrible. Let's see. What dark moves does... And he has Sucker Punch, but that's not going to really do a whole lot. I'm talking about Grimmsnarl, by the way. Can't attack because of Disable. But I can't switch either, so one of my main attackers is completely worthless right now. Check. Gothitelle switch. Physical attacks for them. Okay, you can do an Encore, that's fine. Play Rough right into the Grimmsnarl on that side. We're just going to take him down a lot. Eject button. So it was a good switch in. Here comes Gothitelle. That would be my call. Gothitelle comes in. Yep, there it is. It's going to take off its Perish Song and give itself a little bit of more HP. Perish fell down to 1. And I'm just going to go straight into the Scream Tail. Because Gothitelle's going to protect this turn. I know that it has Protect. So it withdrew. Wait, what? Is that not... Did I literally just, like, strike myself out? I thought that was Shadow Tag. I mean, I guess I didn't really try to retreat. I should have. That's more of a me thing. Or Shadow Tag. So I know all 4 Pokemon now, I believe. Here comes Serena and Tornadus. I believe I know all 4. I do. Okay. With me knowing all 4, I should be set, ready to go. I could U-turn into the Gothitelle, but I think I'm gonna go Drop Kick into that Pokemon there. And I haven't seen Gothitelle use anything else. So I kind of want to use Air Slash, but I also want to like boost up my speed a lot. Yeah, I'll go Tailwind. We'll go faster. I haven't really seen him do anything. Drop Kick goes over to... Oh! Sap Sipper. Neat. Light screen goes up with the Gothitelle, so it's got screens. Perish Song again? I mean, the game's over at this point. I can't do anything. Because I can't swap out my Pokemon to get rid of it, so... Let's see if I can knock out a couple of more Pokemon. So, with the speed, let's do Drop Kick to Gothitelle and see where we go with that. Unless Sap Sipper just absorbs that too. And it's... Yeah. So the team lost to Perish Song. They double protect, so that's fine. I can't get through 3 Pokemon, or 4 Pokemon really fast. It's almost impossible. I would have to double into 2 slots and hope for the best, but one of them's already in steel form, and they're more than enough. So, we'll probably just go ahead and call this a loss. Dang, I did not check for, Shadow Tag. I could have sworn it's either was Shadow Tag and they changed it to where you can swap out your own Pokemon, or it didn't have it. I didn't check. So keep that in mind, guys. Always check for Shadow Tag. All right, next one is up. We've got Ursaluna, Cresselia, Tornadus, Fluttermane, Urshifu, and Heatran. So we can kind of see this going as a Trick Room variant. I don't think that we're going to be able to take away from it as often, but with our Pao with Fluttermane combo, we could see a knockout almost immediately, since we're not going to be really focusing on taunting, but I will have to worry about Tailwind coming up if in fact that they do use that tactic. So let's go ahead and bring in Fluttermane and Chien-Pao, Torkoal, and I want to bring in Serena. That would be really helpful against Ursaluna. I don't think it's going to do anything to Cresselia though. Could also be really beneficial for Urshifu, but that Heatran though, I don't have any fighting type moves. I mean, Serena does at the low sweep, I think. What else? Tornadus would be able to knock out those two with no problem, but I think bringing in Grimmsnarl is going to be the better play, and bringing screens support. It's not going to do a whole lot with Heatran, but we can try. Trick Room Tailwind setup. So we got Heatran and Tornadus. All right, so what we're going to want to do first... Ooh, I can actually use Thunderbolts instead and get started off with knocking out that Tornadus. But our main target is going to be that Heatran. So I think that's what I'll do first. I'll Shadow Ball the Heatran, and I will Ruination... should I Terra? No, I'm not going to Terra. I'm going to Ruination and Shadow Ball the Heatran. Should drop it to half, and then hopefully we knocked them out. They're going to set off with Tailwind, which is totally fine. Will-O-Wisp. Ooh, well, Ruination. It's okay. Base attack is 1. I don't care, because Ruination's going to come up and it's going to drop that sucker by half. I'm just hoping with the Shadow Ball's choice specs, it's going to do 50%. It does. And one Pokemon completely taken off the map. Right off the bat. Whew. Kind of setting us up for later for Cresselia too. Here is the Fluttermane. Now this is gonna be funny. Terra, Shadow Ball, and I'm gonna go into that slot, and I'm gonna Ice Shard the Fluttermane. I didn't bring in my Tornadus, so I'm not totally relying on Tailwind. So I don't think I brought in my Tornadus. I want to say that I did. They're gonna tear it to water. Good call. So they eliminate the urge of having to deal with that, but I also teared my Fluttermane to Fairy. Now with Will-O-Wisp, it's gonna do a lot. Not gonna do as much damage. But I could also done Ruination, but they have Tailwind up. So Ice Shard, oof, doesn't do anything. Dazzling Gleam, we're just gonna knock out Chien-Pao, which is totally fine. Chien-Pao gets knocked out. Bleak Wind, it's gonna miss. And here comes Shadow Ball. Oh, it almost knocks him out. Okay. I'm gonna bring Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is now gonna go ahead and come in and start messing things up. I'm gonna Fake Out that Fluttermane. Oh snap, I should have doubled into that slot. Oh well. Fake Out. Oh, never mind, I don't have to. There goes the Fluttermane. The attack. I only put 4 EVs into attack because his attack was really, really high anyway. Here comes the Sunny Day though. Hey, thanks for the boost, my man. That's an 80%, you know, special attack you're staring down. And here comes the Shadow Ball. Never mind. Have fun. Ooh. 80%. Special attack brought Tornadus to 10%. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. We are looking... They have one more turn for Tailwind. I think I'm okay with that. What do I have in the back? Torkoal, right? I do. That's single strike. Let's go ahead and retreat. And I'm going to use Reflect. Because he knows I'm Specs, I can't do anything about that. So I'm going to bring out Torkoal to make it worse. Reflect to lower down any physical damage. And if that was Sucker Punch, it's not going to do anything. It was Wicked Blow right into the Torkoal. Does, ooh, even with a crit, does nothing. Bleak Wind, Torkoal avoids the attack, but Grimmsnarl does get hit by it. But Tailwind's now gone, which may or may not be a problem. Helping Hand the Grimmsnarl. I could Flamethrower, but I think Helping Hand the Grimmsnarl into the Urshifu is probably like a really good idea. Helping Hand goes first. Wicked Blow goes next. Does not knock out the Torkoal. Bleak Wind will knock out the Torkoal, unfortunately. But the damage is already done because the Grimmsnarl is going to come in right now and use Play Rough that has been boosted. And will bring down the Urshifu to its sash. Yeah, Photosynthesis is activated. No longer has... Oh, he's faster than I am. Well, I mean, it's going to be uncommon. Going down to its sash. I'm going to punch the Urshifu right in the face. You can either Sucker Punch and knock out the Tornado's gonna activate Tailwind. Are you gonna Sucker Punch or are you going to Wicked Blow? You do. Goes right into the Flutter Mane. That's kind of like a terrible decision in my opinion. I think you should have gone for the double attack instead of going for the Tailwind. You might be able to outspeed me, but I'm going to knock out your Urshifu. And I don't think anything that Tornadus is going to do is going to really put me in danger. He's at little HP left. I've got Reflect. Bleak Wind. What? That's enough? That should not have been enough. He didn't do that much damage before. I mean, good call, but that should not have been enough. So 86? Maybe I should have put up light screen. All right, next matchup, we've got Iron Treads, Lamora, Gastrodon, I think that's Iron Moth. Yeah, Iron Moth, Screamtail, and Dragonite. Interesting. I don't think this is gonna be your typical like build for Dragonite, but we could see that this team being a Parasong team. And I'm kind of running out of paper. That's dope. Okay, so match 4. I mean, we could walk in with some good Pokemon here, but I don't think it's going to be the best one. Dragonite might be the problem because if it's the Terra Normal variant, it's going to be extra dangerous. But I think this is a massive counter to all the teams out there that do really, really well. So it could just be a flat out counter. We'll bring in Chien-Pao and Fluttermane, Grimmsnarl, and I want to bring in Serena for the Dragonite. So once Dragonite comes on the field, I switch over to Serena to be able to do a lot of damage in case that is an extreme speeding build. But otherwise, I want to do as much physical damage as possible. But I also don't have to physically put any strain on what Fluttermane's doing because extreme speed can't hit Fluttermane as long as it doesn't Terra. So we'll see. Treads and Iron Moth, let's go. Chien-Pao and Fluttermane. Let's see. No one's really affected by any of my moves here, so we're gonna get Ruination off. I think we're gonna go with the Iron Moth first. Mystic Fire. That would hurt the Iron Treads. But what hurts the Iron Moth? Those 3 moves hurt Iron Moth. I don't really know what Iron Treads is going to do. I think if he's fire, he's got to be steel type. Could be steel, bug, whatever is weak against fire. We'll go after the Iron Moth because it could do Tailwind. So Ruination goes first, drops it by half. Shadow Ball goes next, and it will knock it out. Iron Hit, right over to the Chien-Pao. Not bad. That is a definite steel type move. Got that. Gotcha. I gotcha. Glimora's next. Ooh. Floats on the air, do it to its air balloon. Oh, that's a good question. I think Iron Treads is next because I don't really like it hitting, and I don't know what Glimora is going to do. I mean, it has poison. My Fluttermane's going to go down. So instead of trying to avoid it, I'm just going to force it. They're going to Terra. It's probably the Glimora. That would make sense. It's the Iron Treads. Okay. Turns to ground. Okay. Okay. You don't really negate or resist Ghost. And Spiky Shield goes up for the Glimora. That's cool. All right. So, Ruination. I saw that you moved very last, so here comes Ruination in the Shadow Ball to knock out Iron Treads. This combo is really, really good, especially with single target moves. I would much rather do the double if I could, do it, which is okay. I think they rage quitted. So that's why Chi-Yu is within the roster. They rage quitted. Okay. So yeah, that's why Chi-Yu is in the roster, because then I can lower people's special defenses down with it being on the field. And with Ruination automatically going, it just drops people. Now, is it going to be faster than most Pokemon? Probably. It was able to outspeed Chien Pao last game, so I can't really be upset because of that. Well, not last game, but the first game. But is that something that I want to dedicate the Scarf for if I already have it for Serena? So there's that as well. Next match is up. We've got Landorus, Therian form, sorry. Urshifu, Fluttermane, Chien Pao, Amoonguss, and Iron Hands. Now, Iron Hands with this combo that I have is going to be very, very, very delicate to work with. Even if I did Ruination, right, I would have to be able to knock out that Iron Hands in one hit. So we were going to have to really play around with what we've got. Chien Pao, Fluttermane for sure. We do have to worry about the Intimidate from Landorus. I don't know what the Urshifu is. Could be Single Strike, could be Rapid Strike. If it is, a Rapid Strike, we'll swap out Fluttermane so that we get access to Thunderbolt, and we'll also bring in Serena for avoiding the Aqua Jet, maybe Sucker Punch as well. And then we will bring in, I want to bring in Torkoal. I think Torkoal is going to be really, really beneficial here. It's going to give their Fluttermane a benefit, but I don't think it's going to be enough to where it's going to be a problem. I could also bring in Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is going to be knocked out for sure, though, because of the dark typing in its side. And Tornadus is Tornadus. I don't really have anyone to really... I mean, I can go head-to-head against their Landorus, but I don't think he's going to be able to knock out with the -1 attack. Now, I know it doesn't do special attack, but, you know, it is. We'll just put this as offensive/defensive. And this is going to be more a Trick-Moon variant. So you open up with Urshifu, and that's Rapid Strike against Iron Hands. So this is going to be very, very interesting. I can set up, right? But I have to pick my battles here. I'm going to protect on the Chien Pao, and I'm just going to go straight in to the Thunderbolts. Dazzling Gleam hits both. Let's do that instead. I'm gonna Dazzling Gleam both of them. Torkoal's here, right? He is. Swap out Torkoal. Terra, Dazzling Gleam, hit them both. I'm expecting the fake out here. Maybe the Drain Punch into Chien Pao, so the protect is going to be gone. I'm going to bring in Torkoal, bring up the sun. Special attack gets increased by 80% because the specs and the photosynthesis. I'm going to lower down Urshifu's attack period. It's not going to be able to do a whole lot, and I'm going to be the fastest thing on the field outside of Urshifu, who might be Scarfed. If he's Scarfed, he's going to be able to outspeed my Fluttermane. It may not knock it out, but we'll see. They're also going to Terra. Are you going to go to the Urshifu? You are, and you are going to become Terra Water. I'm kind of thinking Terra Water for Urshifu might need to change. For Rapid Strike, yeah, you get like a huge boost, but it's not going to be beneficial. Fake out into the Torkoal, so we called that one. Here comes the Dazzling Gleam. It's going to be 80% effective. Boom! Double knockout! Let's go! I am trying to be quiet. I'm trying to be quiet. The double knockout right off the bat. Torkoal and Fluttermane, man. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so they sent out Amoonguss, and here comes their fourth Pokemon, which is going to be Chien Pao. Chien Pao is going to be incredibly fast here, which is going to do a whole lot of damage. Question is, what are you going to be doing damage to? I'm going to put a lot of pressure on you, though. I'm going to do the double eruption. And I'm just going to go Dazzling Gleam. So Dazzling Gleam is not going to do a whole lot. Chien Pao is going to protect, which is totally fine. Torkoal, by the way, has Charcoal. It's going to be doing a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And I should be faster than the Amoonguss here. I am quiet, but I should be faster. They are faster. Okay, so that's good to know. They are faster. Okay. Torkoal being asleep, I'm gonna go ahead and just... Should I swap? I mean, it probably won't make a difference, right? You know what? We will swap. We'll swap to Serena, and I'll continue with my shenanigans over with Dazzling Gleam. Because what's the worst that Amoonguss could do? It could Spore, put a lot of my teammates to sleep. But now they can't use Priority. Sucker Punch can't be used. Ice Shard cannot be used. Boom. Oh, almost knocks out the Chien-Pao, but he holds on because of the sash. But I'm mostly surprised about the Amoonguss, who does stand strong. Using the Citrus Berry, it'll heal up back to half. It was a little less than half. But after 2 attacks, it does a lot of damage. Icicle Crash on the Fluttermane, which is going to knock it out, which is totally fine. We have Serena here, so now Spore isn't going to do jack nothing. And Pollen Puff will go over to the Chien-Pao. And I'll go ahead and bring out my Chien-Pao. My Chien-Pao is looking pretty nice. Now, Ice Shard is on the same tier as... U-Turn's also very effective. Everything's super effective against this boy over here. Let's go. We're going to low sweep. And I'm going to Ice Shard right into that Amoonguss. Okay. He'll protect, which is a good call. But that Amoonguss has double drops. Oh, there you go. Nice. I like it. Ice Shard goes right into that slot. Are you hoping that the sun goes away? Low sweep. Does nothing. But it will drop the speed once it hits. How long do I have sun for? Sun's going to be for this whole turn. Okay. Low sweep on their Chien-Pao, and Ice Shard back over to the Amoonguss over there. Which again, Amoonguss has double the stat drop because of both Chien-Paos. It doesn't do enough. Icicle Crash over to the Serena. It is enough to knock it out. And Spore over to my Chien-Pao. Okay. So maybe I should have doubled into Chien-Pao. Oh no, it moved faster. Never mind. I didn't have a choice. That's right. I was like, maybe I should have doubled into that slot. I didn't have a choice. We're gonna protect on both. Chien-Pao's asleep. Torkoal's gonna get his turn. Oh, Torkoal woke up. Dope. So we'll protect. Since Amoonguss is faster than I am, Sacred Sword into my Chien-Pao. Hold on because of Sash. Pollen Puff. Oh. Interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot. It was asleep. Duh. Okay. Well, they got this match. I was really hoping. I've misplayed a couple of times, obviously. So... Spore's gonna put me to sleep. Yeah, just Eruption. Why not? Sacred Sword. There's a little bit of damage. Spore puts me to sleep. Yep. Okay. Not bad though. So Torkoal slower than Amoonguss. So I think I need to change that. Well, do protect. Hey, first turn wake up with the protect. Let's go. But it screws me over because Spore is gonna happen next turn. God dang it. Maybe if I had just flamethrower it, but I don't think I would win. Oh, it's gonna just Spore every turn anyway. That's cool. I get my first turn anyway, so yeah, flamethrower the Qianpao. Let's give it a try. Why not? Okay. Yeah, doesn't matter. So I think I need to increase Torkoal's speed because of stuff like this. In Trick Room, Torkoal's gonna be the slowest Pokemon, so maybe we need to change it from quiet to maybe modest, I think. Like, I definitely had this match, but I misplayed. I definitely misplayed. I also noticed that Serena wasn't able to attack. So maybe, I don't think they have a priority move, but maybe that's should be something that we look up as well. All right, ladies and gents, we are currently in Ultra Ball at the end of our 5th match for this video. And we are currently 2-3. So out of all 3 matches, or wow, out of all 5 matches, Chi-Yu outsped Qianpao currently at 205 to be a whopping, and we will, I'll do that in the next video. There's a lot to go through. 1-hit KOs for Chi-Yu with the Fluttermane and Qianpao, but that was also Terra with Sun. So that was interesting. 60% on the Azumarill, and I brought 10% to Indeedee and Armarouge about that same time as well. Still, a lot of damage. So we're already looking at significant results in it. We brought Tornadus down to 10% with an 80% special attack on the 3rd match. We lost that one, unfortunately. I thought it, like, maybe if I would have light screened, I would have survived, but Tornadus was faster than me. I don't think it was going to be winnable at that point between those two. And I have to look to see what the calcs were for my Pokemon to be 86 health against Bleakwind to see if I can change the EVs there to make it so that it would survive a little bit longer. Because otherwise, is that the same match? Yeah. So without sacrificing, I probably should have done something a little bit different there. Team 4, we didn't really get very far. The trainer rage quit, so we don't have to worry about that. But we did 1-hit KO'd Iron Moth and Iron Treads. And I shouldn't say 1 hit, it was the combo with Ruination and then Shadow Ball that did it. And then match 5, which was an offensive defensive like Trick Room variant that pulled off really, really well. Obviously I just need to be faster than Amoonguss, so I need to figure out what that number looks like and then make changes to that. And I think so. Overall, I'm gonna look at the calcs for Grimmsnarl. Look for a dark attack for him as well that's not Sucker Punch. I think he has one that's physical. Change Torkoal's nature from what he's currently set at, which is quiet, to maybe modest. And then we're going to be looking at Serena for maybe a different... her EVs currently are kind of all over the place. So I only have 164 in speed, which at level 50 brings it up to 113, which with Scarf brings it up a little bit more. But she has 189 attack at level 50 with the Scarf because she's currently set to Adamant. And with 92 EVs and HP, which brings it to 159 total. So we might be looking at a stronger Scarf, possible stronger Scarf option. So we're going to look at priority for Serena, if she has any. And then we're going to look at her EVs for speed and see if we lose any benefit to that. So we're going to be doing a couple of things. So in the next video, should appear on Monday. If not, probably tomorrow. Depends on when I have time to record. I know I will be doing a lot this weekend. I have 3 days off. So today, which is Saturday, Sunday, I have pool from 2 to 7. And then I have Monday off. So I'll be able to sit down and record and hopefully reflect on the changes here. We'll see if my buddy JT would be down to play a couple of games and see if he's willing to record with me for a little bit, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm done ranting. I know that this is a lot for you guys, but with the notes in hand, I have a good, strong foundation to continue forward. So there's that. Before we cut off, there's just one more thing I want to announce. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with not only the channel, but how I'm going to be doing Pokemon content from here on out. I'm still going to record the 5 matches, but I'm going to make changes to the team as much as possible. Something that came up in season 8, JT told me that, you know, if you're seeing the same team over and over again, you're not making like visible changes, it kind of gets stale. And I get that. Partially why, because I have little time to record and be able to make changes to the team. And sometimes I have to look for these items to be able to make the changes, which is why you guys don't see like a lot of updates for it. But if you guys want, I can record me doing those updates. That way you guys can see it before the games start. And that way you can kind of see where things are going. But for season 10 specifically, I'm going to do more updates as we are playing the game. I want to make it look like I'm preparing for a regional. And there is plenty of regionals around the corner. But my current one is locked in January, where we're going to be doing Regulation E. So a lot more Pokemon's going to be introduced, and the team may not look the same when Regulation E comes out. So that's what I'm going to be doing for season 10. Seeing if it works out really, really well. If I can make updates to the team, I will definitely do that. So there's all that. That way you guys can have something neat to watch all the way through. And that's it. So I'm going to try to have the assets done here pretty quick, because they're going to be really, really good to have when I'm making those updates. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got. Still 5 matches to go. I don't know if I'll be doing like 6 days a week. We'll see. It depends on how the week goes, but I will do my best. But that's all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to do the YouTube thing. So like the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind. If you want to subscribe, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm trying to hit 400 by the end of the month so that we can increase the goal to maybe do 50 more, just because like I get random growths here and there, so we'll see how it goes. But my goal, my personal goal, is to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. And I believe we can hit that number with your guys' help. That's it. I'm excited for this team. It's brand new. I know half of the Pokemon. The other half I don't. So this is going to be interesting. Especially with the new mechanic of using like Ruination and hopefully Super Fang once Mousehold gets up and ready to go. Which, JT, once you're watching this video, if you can, let's discuss how Mousehold should be built. I would love to hear what you think about it. I think it would be really interesting to do like a swap in for Friend Guard and stuff, but I don't want to get too much into it. Happy Saturday, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Peace.